Hello, my name is Matthew and I am a student at DKIT College, and this is my Ca1 project for data structure in game. We must For this project we must build a project which will order array from what we learned so far in this module. For example, we learn about template class and data type. For the first video I shall be looking at the coding, and then in the second video I shall be looking at the running of the thing to showcase it. Okay, first off we got the display menu .h, or header as people like to call it. Uh, this contains elements which are needed to use to output strings and all that, using the CO cout or NL, and also used for inputting string with the or integers or anything using CIN or CIN. It also contains the function header and the parameter, which will be going through in more detail when we go to the CCP part or CPP part. Okay, now we'll move on to the CPP part. In here, first of all, you have to include the display menu.h, otherwise it will not work. As we can see here, we have our first method, which is called main menu, and it pretty much output a menu, and you'll see later on that when the menu outputted, we have a choice in order array and main.cpp to pick between the numbers. Again, we have another type menu type, but this is for the text file. We have a display menu type, we have a submenu type, and we also have an input in type. The input function will ask the user to enter a number between a certain range and make sure that it's valid. If they enter a number that is not valid or is out of the range, it should come back error, not an integer value, or in the range of the minimum, which could be probably 1, and the maximum, which can go from anything. It would first ask the user, then it makes sure it clear out anything that's in the CIN first, and it will ignore the next 100 character or until you reach a new line. Once you have the right number, it will exit and return the value. Okay, now we shall look at the main CPP. Uh, as you can see here, I have given a description of what the project is supposed to do. So it's supposed to order array in a certain kind of order, i.e. make it larger or smaller. I have hash define CRTDBG map alloc, which is used for the memory leak, to check if you have any memory leak, along with this code here. I included the display menu to because we're going to call some method from display menu, and order array because we're making an array which you put into order array. This is a test method which I done before I did the menu part, which if you uncomment this code will show all the thing I did. So go down here. I added enum instead of doing the normal choices equal to 1, because as it was pointing out to me that it may look kind of dull or hard to read, while this one it make it more easier and can be reused. Uh, here we have the main menu, which will go back to display menu, and we'll go all the way up here and display this here out to the thing. Once that is displayed, it will ask the user for a choice. We have the choice starting at 1, so it will go here and go to input int, which we saw here, and it will say it's a minimum of 1 at a maximum of 5, and it have uh, use string going out saying please enter a number between 1 to 5, and then if it's wrong, then it should say invalid choice, and then the rest of the thing. Then whatever choice they do, if they chose to do number 1, it will go to here, and because int r or int array is 1, it should automatically know that, and it will create an order array of integer with a size of 5 and a growth size of 1, and that can change inside the order array, which we'll look later on. The float will make a float one, the double will make a double one. The read will output the text file menu, and again ask the user with a sub choice which one do they want, integer, float, or double again. It will create one with a size of 0 because we don't know what size it is so far, and 1 growth. It will then go into the method in order array, which we'll look later on, and read and unorder from the unordered text into the array and order it, and then you can add more or delete or whatever you want. Then once you exit the loop here, it should write order back to the ordered text, and you should be able to see that later on. The same with the float one and the double one. And as we saw up here, if they press 5, because it was we can just go, if it's 5, then it should automatically exit and then pause and then exit there. And this here was the test I did earlier, which I said you can uncomment it and check it all out. It just to see if all the methods have been working. So we have like the push function, uh, search by linear, search by binary, the remove function, the pop function, the clear function. Okay, now we'll move on to the order array. The order array class is also a template class which is used to take in multiple of arrays, so it can be integer, float, string, boolean, or double. I did not do a string or boolean. I only did a double, a float, and an integer. Uh, this here, I was having problem reading in my text file, so I look at past code that I have done, and I found out that if you disable the security exception error to allow the fopen to work and to work, otherwise you can do another way, which is fopen/s, but however that didn't work, so I went back to using this way. This is the array class which will retain most of the function. So first off, we did template class, and I decided to call it data type, and then class override order array, and here's all the private I did. Data type m small is to see if the number is smaller than it. Uh, m number element is the number of element. The size is the size, and the growth size is how much it will grow by. And the m order array is is the array data type, which can be anything. Okay, for the private method we have the sort in we have the sort in descending order, which I got online from this website. Uh, it will it does have a problem though. Even though it's fast, very fast and efficient with dealing with small number array, it have the problem with the loss of efficiency when dealing with a large number array. However, it is very good. Basically I did int I j data type temp, and then pretty much if the number is bigger than the other one, it should move it if the number is bigger, it should move it to the front and the smaller number to the back, meaning descending order. Next we have the resize array, which is used to resize the array once the number of elements are greater than their array size. We will see this later on in the push function. So basically I set a new array by going the original array plus the growth size. I then created a new array data type which have the equal size to the newest new size. I copy all the value from the order array into the new array. I then deleted the order array and then replaced the new, put everything back into the order array. Linear result and binary result, we'll look at that later on. Now for the public functions. Okay, so now we have the order array constructor. This is where we're going to pass in, as we saw in the main menu, the size and the growth size. We also have it initializing each of these as 0, 0, and number element as 0. It will create a new order array equal to the size. It will then put the size as a member size, and then the path growth size to a member growth size. This is the deconstructor, pretty simple. The push function. We pass in a data type value because we don't know if it's either an int, double, or float. I did try to work on it to like distinguish between them, but I wasn't successful. As we can see here, if the number of element is equal to the size, this means we have to resize it to the new element enter into the value. So we go to resize array, which is up here, and resize it so it adds the new element in. If it's a new array that just started, then we just make it the value that was passed in the smallest. Then we put the result incremented then afterward and return it. If the value is smaller than p value, then we'll make that the newest small value, and then we increment it again, and then we add element at the end and sort it here. Okay, this is part 1. I will look at the rest of the code as well as the gameplay in the second part. I hope you enjoy it so far, and thanks so much for watching.